Hey guys, I'm gonna play some duels and answer your questions. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit weird because I'm kind of sick. I'll be answering questions from Discord and YouTube comments, and I'm gonna be using the brand new 250k pack. It was made by this guy, The Seal. You can download it from the description of his video. It's the top thing in the description. Anyways, let's get on to reading some questions from Discord, starting with The Seal, because he made this pack. I was gonna say something basic like climbing Mount Everest, but I think that just being able to backflip randomly would be pretty cool. I hate to say this because I know it's gonna inflate his already enormous ego, but it's definitely Shadow. I'd say about 50% of the trap ideas come from him, and about 80% of the trap mechanics and redstone come from him on all my videos. Plus, he's very reliable, pretty good at PvP, and yeah, I'm just gonna glaze. Shadow is definitely the best trapper as of today. Probably, considering the fact that whenever I do, I get like 10 billion views. Depends on the trap. For example, my bed trap shit worked every game I did it. I literally won 3 games in a row with it. But like a trap like the sand launcher from the video World's Smartest Trap, that shit took like dozens of games to get like one clip. That shit was painful. I'm open to it in the future, but if it isn't broken, then don't fix it. 1300 on chess.com. Fuck, bro. If they invite me to lifesteal, that's like infinite content, so of course I would accept. Apple juice. Who the flying fuck is drinking tomato juice? I'm studying business and economics in college, but I could probably drop out because I'm making more than enough money from YouTube. But I'm not going to drop out because college is just a good experience overall. You know, it teaches you how to think, even if you don't use what you learn in the job you get after college. It teaches you how to think critically, and that's just a good thing to learn. I had a relationship going into college, but I broke up with her because long-distance relationships are just doomed. And throughout my first year of college, I scored absolutely 0 pussy, so maybe I'll work on that next year. Diglett. If I think a trap is gonna do bad on YouTube, I'm never gonna record it. But one time, I had this trap that was cool, except it was just so fucking hard to pull off, and I gave up on it. But I might come back to it. Yes, I used to work as a camp counselor before YouTube started doing well. Yes, actually. I like Minecraft and I like trapping, but I like Rust a lot more in games like Escape from Tarkov, because those games you can really do anything. Similar to Minecraft, in those games you can do anything, and I'm a creative person, so I think I could think of good ways to make content. But the issue is if I tried to post Rust on my main channel, JudeLow, YouTube would be like, no. Because the way YouTube works, my video gets pushed out to my subscribers who are subscribed for Minecraft. And if my subscribers don't watch the video, then YouTube will think it's bad and YouTube will not push it on the algorithm. I wouldn't say cooked. It would definitely suck because he's super helpful with my video creation and making traps and just helping me record. It would take some time, but eventually I would learn the more advanced mechanics of redstone and maybe have some other people help me with that type of shit. My name is JudeLow, and sometimes friends and family would call me JudeLow, because like JudeLow, but I just added the W there so people would know how to pronounce it and not say like JudeLow or JudeLoo. Practice building traps in a single player world so you can do it quickly. It's really important to start baiting as soon as possible, because if there's 8 people left and the game has progressed 30 minutes and you're running around with full iron, everyone's gonna think you're trapping. My very first Hoplite video got around 40k views very quickly because I trapped Fruitberries, who's a pretty known person, so I'm guessing a bunch of people trapped for the name. I also had a pretty unique idea where I pretended to be a little child on open mic, so they would think, oh, this kid is just a noob, and then I would trap them. But my main strategy was to find a deficit in content creation, and I saw that no trappers were, directing their content in a funny direction, so I kinda decided to be the funny trapper, and the rest is history. iVeggie recognized me when I was doing the squeaker voice videos, and then he added me to a group chat with all the trappers like Shadow, Doomcow, Veggie, Alpha, all those guys, and that's how I kinda became part of that group. I think Hypixel will always be at the top just because of how prominent it is and how addictive Skyblock is. By the way, I don't understand how people get addicted to that shit. Like, come on, it's left-click simulator. Anyways, I see Hoplite growing to maybe 10,000 concurrent players, but they need to add some more game modes. This might sound a little bit egotistical, but I think a lot of the smaller and some of the bigger content creators lack a fundamental understanding of how YouTube works. Repetitive content will get you the same audience and you won't really grow. Another big mistake I keep seeing is content creators focusing on Hoplite specific mechanics. Like, sure, you'll get the Hoplite audience, but you won't get the Minecraft audience. I get the Minecraft audience because anything I do in my videos can be done in any game, not just Hoplite. I kind of got recognized at college, but not really. I was with a group of people and we were talking about our jobs, and when I brought up the fact that I make Minecraft videos, 2 of the people had actually seen my TikToks. I am going to VidCon to learn and meet some people, so I might get recognized there, but otherwise, I think it'll be pretty hard for people to recognize me since I don't really turn on my face cam much, and it's a little bit hard to recognize me because of my voice since I use such a shitty mic. Because I'm not ashamed of who I was 5 or 10 years ago. Sure, a lot of the videos are cringe, but who wasn't cringe when they were a little kid? Also, a lot of my IRLs are in these videos, and sometimes we like to watch them for funny, like, memorabilia. Yes, it is. Goober SMP is my server, and we're adding a bunch of new shit for the new season, and we're also adding a new game mode, Pillars of Fortune with voice chat, so I'm excited to make some shorts on that, and hopefully people will make shorts on my server. I have 3.3 thousand hours on Rust. However, I got the game when I was like 12, when it was still in like beta or whatever, and I've been playing it for a total of 8 years, because I'm now 19, almost 20. But yeah, I'm pretty fucking good at Rust, and if you face check me, you're getting doubled. Speaking of Rust, I'd probably say number 3 is An Eye for an Eye by Frost, number 2 is Living Under People's Bases by Zchum, and number 1 would be Stimpy on the OTV server. At the rate I'm growing, I'll probably hit 500k within a few months, honestly, not years. Let's move on to the YouTube questions. You get the silver play button when you're at 100,000 subs, but the Minecraft YouTuber curse only kicks in once you reach 1 million. But on a real note, I don't understand how so many of these fucking content creators throw their lives away by talking sexually to a little kid. Like, how hard can it be, bro? Just don't be a freak. Don't be a pedophile. Like, are we being for real? How does this keep happening? One of my biggest inspirations was Stimpy, because he had a very lazy editing style, and his content is just carried by his humor, kinda like mine. And the profile picture comes from agar.io. When I was a kid, I loved that game, and I just liked the pig profile picture, and I was like, you know what, this is gonna be my YouTube profile picture. And I'm not gonna change it, because, like, why would I change it? Who cares? I spoke about this earlier, but find a deficit in content creation and try and fill that gap. You need to make videos on things that a large amount of people would be interested in. And also, be unique. Don't be repetitive. I was about 9 years old when I started playing, and I started making YouTube videos when I was 10. Those videos are still up on my channel. They're complete garbage, but they're honestly really funny to go back and watch. I think Nana and Lakato have some serious potential because they're good at the game and they have original ideas. Also, why the fuck is FlowTubes licking me in your profile picture? Like, what the fuck is that? Anyways, thank you so much for supporting me over the years, and comment what you think I should do for 500k.